Here is an interesting puzzle in carbohydrate chemistry. Take three completely different sugars, glucose, fructose and mannose. Glucose is an aldose, fructose is a ketose and mannose is an epimer of glucose. They all have different structure, different properties, but when we treat them with phenylhydrazine to form osazones, something surprising happens. They all give the exact same product, the exact identical osazone crystals. How is that possible? Let's understand the chemistry behind this fascinating phenomena. Before we solve this mystery, let's first understand what the osazone reaction actually is. When a reducing sugar reacts with excessive phenylhydrazine under heating conditions, something specific happens at the first two carbons of the sugar. This reaction is a three-step process, but we will not go into the details of each step. Rather, we will focus on overall reaction. Let's take glucose as our example of reducing sugar to see what happens in this reaction. So first, the structure of glucose. Glucose has 6 carbon skeleton. Numbering of carbons are from top to bottom. So this one is first, this one is second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth carbon. On the first carbon, we have aldehyde group. So CHO. On second carbon, OH on the right side and H on the left side. On the third carbon, OH on the left and H on the right. Then on the fourth and fifth, OH on the right and H on the left. And on this last sixth carbon, there is CH2OH. Now, phenylhydrazine has a specific structure. It's essentially a benzene ring attached to a hydrogen group, that is NH-NH2. So this is the complete structure of phenylhydrazine. So when excessive phenylhydrazine, that is this structure, is mixed and heated with the glucose, what will happen? So let's once again draw a 6 carbon skeleton and its numbering. Now here, phenylhydrazine reacts with the carbon number 1 and 2 to form phenylhydrazone derivatives, that is C double bond N, NH, benzene ring. Similarly with second carbon also. Remember, this attached group is phenylhydrazone, not phenylhydrazine. Phenylhydrazine is the chemical which originally reacts with the reducing sugar, whereas phenylhydrazone is the group attached to the carbon 1 and 2. And remaining carbon configuration is unchanged. So let's write down as it was in the original glucose molecule. This complete structure is of osazone of glucose. This osazone can crystallize and can be observed under microscope. Osazone of glucose has a needle-shaped crystal which can be observed under microscope. Now let's solve the first part of the mystery. Why glucose and mannose give the same osazone? So for that, first let's draw a structure of mannose. Mannose also has 6 carbons numbered from top to bottom. So this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth carbon. Now mannose is an epimer of glucose at carbon 2. What does it mean? It means mannose and glucose differ only in the configuration of hydroxyl group at carbon number 2. It's pointing in the opposite direction. So let's show this in this structure. So as in glucose, second carbon has OH on the right side. So mannose has the opposite configuration on this carbon too. So OH on the left side. As everything else is same as glucose except around this second carbon, so we can just copy the rest of the structure from glucose. Now when this mannose reacts with the phenylhydrazine, carbon 1 and 2 gets attached with phenylhydrazone. So its structure looks like this. 6 carbon skeleton, carbon 1 contains phenylhydrazone. Similarly, second carbon also contains phenylhydrazone and the remaining carbons are unchanged. So let's copy them from the original mannose structure. Now, have you noticed something? This is exactly same product which formed during glucose osazone formation. So same exact identical crystals are formed with mannose also. So why this happened? Because whatever differences were there on carbon 1 and carbon 2 were masked by the phenylhydrazone group and carbon 3 to carbon 6 were already same as glucose. So exact identical osazones formed. Now for the second part of the mystery, that is why fructose also gives the same osazone as of glucose, and this mystery is even more interesting because fructose is not even an aldose sugar, it is a ketose sugar. So let's first draw a structure of fructose. It has 6 carbon skeleton. Numbering of carbons are from top to bottom. So this is first, this one second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth carbon. On the first carbon, we have CH2OH. On the second carbon has a ketone group, so double bond O. On third carbon, OH on the left and H on the right. Then on fourth and fifth, OH on the right and H on the left. And on this last sixth carbon, there is again CH2OH. So here also, difference with glucose is only at carbon 1 and carbon 2. Rest of the structure is ditto same as of glucose. And here also same story continues as of mannose. When it reacts with phenylhydrazine, carbon 1 and 2 gets phenylhydrazone and remaining structures remains same. So let's draw this structure. 6 carbon skeleton, carbon 1 contains phenylhydrazone. Similarly, second carbon also contains phenylhydrazone. And remaining carbons are unchanged. So let's copy them from this original fructose structure. So its Osazone structure looks like this. So final product over here also looks the same as of glucose Osazone. So same structure gives same crystal of Osazone. The reaction essentially masks all the differences at carbon 1 and carbon 2, leaving only the carbon 3 to carbon 6 configuration to determine the final product. So here is the complete picture. Glucose, mannose and fructose are 6 carbon sugars. They differ from each other only around carbon 1 and carbon 2. The remaining structure on carbon 3 to carbon 6 is identical in all these 3 sugars. But during Osazone formation, differences on carbon 1 and carbon 2 are masked by phenylhydrazone. Means now their carbon 1 and carbon 2 becomes identical and carbon 3 to carbon 6 were already identical. So that resultant final Osazone have identical structure. And the same chemical structure means same crystal formation. So now I hope that all these concepts are clear. The model answer for this 2-mark reasoning question is included in the PDF and the download link is available in the video description. This beautiful piece of chemistry shows how a reaction mechanism can reveal the structural relationship between the molecules. If this explanation helped clarify this concept, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more biochemistry content and drop a comment if there are other topics that seems confusing. Thanks for watching.